Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are cracking open the code to the most critical, yet frequently ignored, professional skill set of the century. We have all seen those managers who seem to have a magic touch. It does not matter how complex the project, how toxic the team environment, or how intense the deadline pressure. They remain steady, they command absolute respect, and they consistently deliver high-impact results while keeping their team motivated and aligned. Are they just lucky? Is it natural charisma? Or is it something much more tactical? The truth is, their success is not a mystery. It is a repeatable, learnable, and highly effective system of emotional intelligence. Today, we are doing a deep dive, immersive storytelling breakdown of a book that provides the precise, action-oriented blueprint for mastering this system, The EQ Difference, a powerful plan for putting emotional intelligence to work by Adele B. Lynn. Adele Lynn moves beyond the theory and gives us the direct, on-the-job execution strategy. This book is for the professional who is tired of being held back by their own reactivity, the manager who wants to build high-status, high-performance teams, and the leader who understands that emotional mastery is the ultimate competitive advantage. Get incredibly comfortable. Eliminate all outside digital distractions. Grab your leadership journal and let us decode the precise professional framework required to put your emotional intelligence to work today. Part 1. The Anatomy of the EQ Difference. Let us begin our story by defining the core difference between the leaders who thrive and the ones who merely survive. Most people treat emotional intelligence as a nice-to-have soft skill that you use only when you are talking about feelings. Adele Lynn destroys this dangerous misconception. She defines emotional intelligence as the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, and to recognize, understand, and influence the emotions of others. This is not a soft skill. It is a hard, cognitive skill that drives your strategic performance. When you possess high EQ, you are not just a better person. You are a better decision maker, a better negotiator, a better mediator, and a better strategic thinker. The EQ difference is the gap between the professional who reacts based on their current fleeting mood and the professional who responds based on their long-term strategic intent. When you close this gap, you stop being a passenger in your own career and start taking the driver's seat. You stop letting your environment, your stress, and your colleagues dictate your emotional reality, and you start using your own presence to dictate the energy and the output of the entire team. Part 2. The 4 cornerstones of emotional mastery. To achieve this level of professional mastery, you must build your practice on the 4 cornerstones of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. Let us start with self-awareness. This is your ability to accurately read your own internal operating system. The low IQ professional is a black box, completely unconscious of their own biases, triggers, and emotional habits. The high EQ professional is a transparent, high-functioning observer. They know exactly what sets them off. They know how their mood affects their decision-making, and they know exactly where their strengths and their blind spots lie. This is not just self-reflection. It is high-resolution, self-monitoring that allows you to catch your own unproductive behaviors before they ever impact your professional output. Next, we have self-management. This is your capacity to take the data from your self-awareness and use it to consciously direct your behavior. This is the opposite of the reactive, volatile professional who lets their emotions run their mouth. A self-managed professional understands that they are the example of emotional stability for the organization. They feel the same frustration as everyone else, but they filter that data through their professional objectives, ensuring that every action they take is aligned with their long-term career strategy. Part 3. The tactical social intelligence of leadership. Once you have mastered your internal world, you must apply those same skills to the external world. This brings us to social awareness. This is your ability to accurately read the room, identify the underlying emotional currents in your team, and understand the hidden drivers of your colleagues' behavior. Do not just listen to the words. Listen to the energy. Are your team members feeling secure or threatened? Are they feeling challenged or demoralized? Are they feeling energized or exhausted? The socially aware manager is a human sensor. They pick up on these signals long before they become a full-blown organizational crisis, allowing them to adjust their communication, offer the right support, and keep the team focused on the mission. This naturally leads to the final cornerstone, relationship management. This is your capacity to use your EQ to build high-status, high-impact professional alliances. This is not about being popular or having everyone like you. It is about building a foundation of deep, professional respect. Relationship management is the art of giving honest feedback that actually leads to growth, resolving conflicts that would derail a weaker team, and building a network of influence that supports your goals and the goals of your organization. It is the ability to connect with people on a human level, while simultaneously driving them toward a high-performance objective. Part 4. Putting emotional intelligence to work in the office. Now, let us look at the practical, daily execution of these principles. Adele Lynn gives us a concrete, action-oriented plan for integrating EQ into your standard, high-stress, high-pressure business day. First, practice the pause. When you are hit with a high-stakes, frustrating, or challenging situation, your brain will immediately try to trigger a defensive, reactive response. That is, your survival brain trying to keep you safe from a perceived threat. You must intentionally override that signal. Take a breath, step back, and ask yourself, what is my professional objective right now? And what action will best help me achieve it? By adding that split-second gap between the stimulus and your response, you shift from being a reactive, emotional being to a proactive, strategic manager. Second, use active, empathetic listening as your primary influence tool. Most people listen only to respond. They are waiting for their turn to speak, thinking about how they will counter your point. The high EQ professional listens to understand. They give their full attention. They ask clarifying questions, and they validate the emotional reality of the other person. When you truly listen to someone, you lower their defenses and build a level of trust that you can never manufacture with corporate authority. People are willing to align with your mission if they know that you see them, that you value them, and that you are committed to understanding their reality, not just checking them off your to-do list. Part 5. The long-term ROI of Emotional mastery. As our storytelling journey reaches its final destination, let us look at the massive, long-term return on investment you will get from mastering these skills. This is not just about having a more pleasant office environment. It is about building a career that is resilient, high status, and incredibly effective. When you put your emotional intelligence to work, you become the person who can navigate any corporate culture, lead any team, and handle any crisis. You become a magnet for opportunity. People want to work with managers who are steady, who are clear, and who know how to de-escalate tension and move the group toward the goal. You build a personal brand that is synonymous with reliability, leadership, and emotional maturity. This allows you to play the long game, moving up the ranks because you have the one skill that technical brilliance can never replace: the ability to influence, guide, and develop the most important asset in any organization: the people. What is the #1 emotional intelligence strategy from this masterpiece? Whether it is committing to practicing the pause before every high-stakes interaction, to shift from reactive to proactive, choosing to listen, to understand, to build deep, bulletproof, professional trust, or holding yourself accountable for your own emotional triggers to increase your self-management capacity, that you are going to commit to practicing in your management role today. Let me know your leadership and organizational goals in the comments down below. If this deep dive storytelling summary completely restructured your mental frameworks and handed you an elite, high-status architectural playbook for putting emotional intelligence to work, show some incredible love by clicking that like button. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another profound psychological, behavioral science, or high-level management book breakdown. And share this video with a manager who needs to level up their connection presence today. Own your reactions, master your connections, lead with strategy, and I will see you in the next video.